So you're working out consistently, you're sweating, you're sore, but nothing's changing. Does that sound familiar? Well, if you're doing random workouts instead of following a progressive plan, that might be the exact reason why you're not seeing those results that you want to see. If every week you're just hitting a new leg day from Instagram, bouncing from one YouTube workout to the next, or you're following the next TikTok trend, you're not really training, you're just guessing at your workouts. And that's really going to cost you results, time, and motivation. Okay? So here's the deal, your body doesn't just change because you're working out. Sure, it's good, but it changes when you consistently challenge it to do more over time. That's called progressive overload, and it's the foundation of every legit program. Okay? You lift a little heavier, you move a little bit better, you're doing more reps, you're adding more sets, you're reducing your rest periods, and you recover faster over time as well. You get stronger, leaner, and more capable, right? But if you're doing random workouts, there's no real progression there. No structure, just movement for the sake of movement. And again, I'm not saying that that's a bad thing. All exercise is good. But it doesn't lead to as much meaningful, lasting change as it would if you were doing an actual program. You might feel like you're working out hard, but without a plan, your body has no consistent signal to adapt to. Let's say one week you do high reps. The next week, it's a heavy day. The next week, you're doing a 45-minute circuit. And that leaves you gassed, of course. You're going to be tired. But it doesn't mean that you're actually progressing. There's no consistency there. There's no way to measure progress. Your body's confused, sure. Your nervous system doesn't know what to expect either. But that's confusion, right? It leads to plateaus, or worse, burnout, fatigue, and muscle loss. You know, the burnout's going to come from the fact that you're working hard. You're not seeing the progress you want to see. You're just basing it off of feel. So let me give you a real world example of what progressive overload would look like in an actual plan. So let's say every Monday you do squats. Okay, on week 1, you squat 95 pounds for 3 sets of 8 reps. It feels tough, but it's doable, right? So then week 2, you bump that weight from 95 to 100 pounds. So now you're up 5 pounds for 3 sets of 8. Week 3, you go up to 105 pounds for 3 sets of 8. That's real measurable progress. Your body is actually adapting and you're getting stronger every week. And what's great about that is you actually see it. It's something that you can actually put a number to and you can actually visualize it. Now, fast forward like to week 6 or 8. You're doing 125 or even 135 pounds for 3 sets of 8. See, you're not guessing anymore. You have proof of progress, which is huge. And that is motivating, right? That's going to make you want to go to the gym when you see that kind of progress. And your body is responding. More muscle, better strength, increased confidence, and even fat loss as well. Compare that to doing a different workout each week. You know, maybe one week you do goblet squats, the next week's lunges, and then Bulgarian squats the next week. These are all great exercises to include in a plan. But if you never repeat and build on them, your body will never get the message to adapt. If you're always mixing it up, how do you know like what weight you should be doing? But I'll give you another example of my client, Andrea. She was doing 0 pull-ups when we started, and now she can do 6 in a row. She didn't get there by doing random workouts, okay? We trained pull-ups twice a week consistently. First, we built strength in isometric holds, just hanging and holding with control, right? Then we did partial reps, and we also did full reps. And over time, week by week, she got closer and closer and closer, and now she can crush 6 reps, full range of motion, no problem. And that's what happens when you follow an actual progressive plan. What you need instead is a plan that's intentional, progressive, one that uses compound movements like lunges, squats, pull-ups, rows, bench press. You need to track your lifts, and it needs to be something that gives you room to repeat and improve over time. It doesn't have to be boring. It doesn't mean you're going to be doing the same workout forever. It just means you're giving your body the right kind of consistency so it actually adapts, at least for a period of time. It could be 8, 12 weeks. And you don't need to work out 6 days a week to see progress. You don't need fancy equipment, but you do need a strategy because random effort equals random results. And so if you want real change, not just sweating, but to actually be stronger, feel leaner, and more confident, you've got to stop winging it and start training with purpose. And the good news, I can help you do that. I created a 4-day course that walks you through exactly how to build a smart, simple, and effective workout plan that actually works with your life, not against it. If you want me to send it to you, just drop the word plan in the comments and I'll send you the link. Let's stop guessing and start building something that lasts.